They always say that RV contains the top 20% of students in Singapore. But how good is their current affairs? Now, we're here to find out. I'm Wei Jie, and welcome to the first episode of Intriguing Insights Interviews. Do you like to keep yourself informed of current affairs?
Yes.
No,
Yes. No.
Yeah.
because I don't think it's very interesting.
Yes. No. Yes.
Cause got SS law.
I'm too busy.
Wow.
I cannot understand a lot of it.
So do you think that if you read a lot more, then you understand more?
Probably.
Where are some of the places where you get your news from?
News outlets. Straits Times.
Straits Times.
Straits Time.
I don't.
She doesn't know.
Google trending news.
Oh, I use Snapchat. They scroll, then the site got all the news.
Social media newspaper. Tohao. Today News. Mothership.
So what's the most recent piece of news that you have heard? Recent, maybe last week, yesterday night you read your news.
The Meghan Markle and the,
You allowed to say that.
and the Prince
The Prince Harry.
broke the royal rules. Then they have the baby. Something like that. The bombings.
In Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka.
Okay, that's quite recent.
Our Minister of Education, Mr. Ong, addressed the Monica Bayes incident.
Peeping Tom in NUS.
What do you think of the incident as a whole?
I think it was just a rash act, and then the public just overreacted to Monica Bayes incident.
I agree. What's the baby's name?
Oh, it's super long eh.
Good question.
It was like 5 words eh.
5 words, actually 4 words.
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
In conclusion, they have a baby.
So you talk about current affairs, right? Now talk about politics. So do you discuss politics like with who? Maybe your family, your friends?
Sometimes with my family.
Not really.
No.
Not really.
You I don't really discuss any current affairs.
Like you don't know much about the issue, like not a common topic to like talk about.
I see. So what are some other common topics that you talk about?
Like your friendship stuff,
So all the gossips
maybe.
Because I don't know many people who are interested in it.
So if there are people who are interested in it, you will want to join the debate, discussion?
Maybe I don't really know much anyways. So
I don't really discuss any current affairs.
Politics.
Okay, politics. Because I don't really read much, that's number one. And number two, I don't really have a lot of friends to, discuss this kind of thing openly.
So what type of politics? What type of politics do you talk about?
Heng Swee Keat become the Vice PM.
Vice PM. Okay.
Cut that part out, please. Deputy.
I'm not cutting the part. Let's to light up the atmosphere, right? We're gonna conduct a quiz. So this is the part I like to call our current affairs quiz. I think it's a very simple one. If you're watching as well, you can also write in the comments. Who is the current Prime Minister of Malaysia?
His name starts with M.
Yeah, he needs type M. So who is it?
I don't know, Mr. M. Hi, Google.
Non Google.
It's not Halima. Halima is ours.
You know that Malaysia is a Commonwealth country, so they don't address presidents as presidents. They just say as prime ministers. MA is on Magic, Maha.
I give up.
Dr. Mahathir.
Mahathir.
Mahathir, whatever. I knew that. I just forgot. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the second question. In the latest cabinet reshuffle, right, who is appointed as the new deputy prime minister?
I don't know.
His surname starts with a H.
His face is like his white hair.
Just now.
Heng Swee Keat become the Vice PM. Oh, Heng Swee Keat. Yeah.
Okay, I thought they forgot that.
Heng Swee Keat.
Mr. Heng.
Heng Swee Keat.
That's correct. Good job, Wesley. Very proud of you. Okay, that's the end of our current affairs quiz. Do you think that Singaporeans are apathetic towards current affairs? Do you know what does apathetic mean?
Yes, what the heck?
What does it mean?
Not sympathetic lah. Not empathetic. Not empathetic. Isn't it the opposite of empathetic?
They care lor.
Maybe they don't care. Apathetic.
Oh no, I don't understand. Can you phrase your question?
Actually, yes. I don't really see many people talking about it often.
No, because at the Straits Times columns, there are still people who voice out their opinions about the current affairs and what ministers should and should not do.
On a certain level, for students, we're obliged to care because we have to write essays. And if you don't read out on current affairs, you'll feel like living in your own bubble. Yeah, so in order to catch up with the rest of the world, you have to read up on current affairs.
Wow. Inspirational, everyone. Inspirational.
Does that make up for my Mr. M?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't make up for anything. Do you think that it's important for Singaporeans to be interested and knowledgeable about current affairs?
Definitely, because as a citizen you have to keep yourself informed about the happenings of the world so that we'll know how to react to them in the future.
Yes, because it will affect them in one way or another. Like, for example, if they change like the cabinet, then it will somehow have effect on politics. Or
Yes, because you need to know what's happening around you.
It's like if you don't know anything, then you damn boring, sia. What do you talk to about? Like, what do you talk to?
Then what do you talk about?
Huh? That's true. I don't even bet.
Singapore is a small country, so the only way to improve ourselves is to know about the strengths and weaknesses of other countries so that we can attack them in future. Okay, no. Take out the last sentence.
So
that
you
we
want
can-
war?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Wait, let me think. Interviewer, stop. Why? Cause?
You become Ching Ting?
Yeah, you come as dumb as Ching Ting.
Because you need to know about the world. What? If you don't pay attention to current affairs for too long, right, then you're
No, you
quite
look
behind the
dumb.
times. Think you're still in a racist state, then you go and be racist, then everyone will like angry at you. What? Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so knowledgeable.
Okay.
You know, current affairs, you can get free money, you know. You know, all those new schemes, budget 2019, very important, yeah.
How do you think we can encourage, Singaporeans to be updated with current affairs?
providing like better platforms for students to access and understand, because sometimes reading newspapers might be very boring to them.
Improvement of technology. There are so many sources that we can choose from in reading and catching up with the news, right? So I think we should make news more accessible to us, creating more apps that can just update us with news without us having to pay for subscription fees. Yeah, that's very important for students because we don't earn. Yeah, and we can only count how.
Do you think that we should propagate more awareness of Singaporean politics through social media?
Yes.
Yes.
Like it's a bigger platform. If it's a public account, then everyone have access to it.
I think current affairs yes, but politics no. Because on social media got all the young people, then you go and tell them the politics, then they go anyhow say stuff. It's like, like people join the trend of hating Donald Trump because everybody hates Donald Trump.
What if he is really hateable?
Let's assume he's not hateable lah.
Because students use these a lot and there are such services available, it will be very easy for them to use. Yeah.
I think should promote both. Cause through social media you can educate the young people. Cause otherwise they won't really know. Then whatever they hear from their family, like Workers' Party suck, then they'll just think Workers' Party suck.
Do you think that local celebrities and influencers should comment about local issues and politics?
Yeah. Because they have much more influence among youths these days. They also play a very important part in shaping their opinions.
Yes, because they have a larger sphere of influence, so if they are talking about such issues, more people will be aware of them.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea because a lot of students especially they use social media. It will be a very good platform to spread.
I also don't
I
know.
don't think so. Because again the young people,
Yeah.
if just because that person is the idol, right, then they'll think whatever he says is right, then they have a biased perspective of politics and stuff, then that's not very good.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinions. When they give their own opinions, their viewers get to see also. So it kind of fluffs up their view on certain things and maybe back them up sometimes.
This is the last question we have here. So do you think that Singaporeans voice out their opinions enough about current affairs and politics?
I think so, because usually when the government tries to introduce policies, they will ask for feedback from the public.
So have you been to one of those feedback places before?
No.
So would you like to go?
No.
For Singaporeans ourselves, right, normal ordinary people, we don't really want to voice it out because we're scared that we'll get into trouble with the law. Yeah, especially the Monica Bay thing. I think it got really big and viral.
Current affairs, yes. Politics, no. Current affairs,
Yes, everyone comment on current affairs, what?
they all complain and stuff.
No, people still complain about politics, just that it's not a lot of people because it's just on Facebook.
No, there's still a lot of unspoken issues about the society. And I think youth these days, they don't really care about the current affairs. So there's really not much to talk about among them.
In a Singaporean context, the politics is quite boring. Like
Yeah.
it's only PAP what. Like what can you talk about it?
I know got one.
Any last words for the audience out there? Maybe the juniors who will be watching this, ask them to read current affairs more.
Oh no, they're watching this.
Stay updated.
No.
I'm not a good representation of someone who reads current affairs. So yeah.
Goodbye. Okay, cut.
But good luck editing this.